Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is October 13th, 2021. How's everyone feeling? Many of you may have felt the big shift that happened on 1010's portal. It may felt like a completion of something and starting something new, right? We're going through this in-between realms energy a lot. Either you are in the fork, you're at the space where you're at a fork in the road and you're not really sure on which direction to take. So here's what I'm starting to realize. One thing I started coming to my attention a lot more is I would go check back on my Facebook memories. And I noticed a few years before, that whatever's happening the few years prior is almost exactly what's happening with me right now. But perhaps a little bit shifted, something else shifted, but it seems like there's a pattern. So, and this deals with sacred geometry, right? As we expand, we're going to see repetition, but now it's more an expanded version. So the first year, one of my YouTube videos was like 10,000 views. Second year was like 20,000 views. Third year is like 50,000 views. So I'm like, okay, something is expanding, something is multiplying. And so I also want to bring up that these different portal days are actually ascension points. And also these different national parks, these different portal vortexes are a place for activation and also ascension point as well, right? And so when you start working with energy, you start navigating, tuning into this energy, tuning into intuition, it's going to pull you to where to go. So that's why in my previous video, I mentioned that many of us are in this fork in the road where it's requesting you as like, hey, is this job still in alignment? Is this relationship still in alignment? Is where you are still in alignment, right? If it's not in vibrational match, it's going to vibrate out. The universe will let you know. And the more that you hang on to it, the more that you're not sure whether to let go, it's going to keep showing up, repeating itself until you learn how to heal it, cut this cord, or just like really lean in and just like step into the unknown. And of course, right, this is all talk. We don't learn through words, we learn through experiences. So regardless of what I say, until you really experience it, is really when you can learn like, oh, this is what's happening. So today's video, I really want to talk about trusting yourself, right? Trusting your intuition. Because it doesn't matter how many teachers you watch on YouTube, how many teachers you were your teachers, how many gurus you synced up with. If you haven't experienced it, chances are you're not going to really understand it. I'll give you one example. I did a cord cutting, a clearance session for one of my friends the other day, and she was sharing with me, it's like, Tammy, I've been listening to all these teachers, all these gurus, and I've been buying all these programs, but I just don't get it. I don't get what people talk about when it's energy, what they're feeling in their body, because is there something wrong with me? Am I blocked? I can't tell what's happening, right? And trust me, she's listed out so many teachers. She's got more equipment, and I really shared with her, you know, the point where when I really understood this energy work was when I learned how to trust and surrender to my intuition, right? Your higher self, your guides, your ancestors, there are spirit guides guiding and leading you, giving you messages, right? In the quantum world, they're popping in messages. And our role here is learn how to interpret them, navigate through this energy world, because everything is energy. And so the most pivotal point for me during my whole entire spiritual awakening journey is learning how to trust my intuition and learning how to talk to my intuition. Now, once you understand this, there's going to be a lot more ease that comes through. Like surrender is going to be a lot easier. Trust is going to be a lot easier. And you learn how to let go of the judging, assessing, and making others wrong by the decision that you're making. And you can also understand that when they're leaving your field, that it's not them, it's your vibration is rising. And if they're no longer a vibrational match, they are going to leave. Material items are going to vibrate out. Jobs will vibrate out. Your current living situation will vibrate out. Right? So, video today, I'm going to teach you one of the tools that I've really honed down on, trained on, and really understand how to work with myself and my intuition, right? And it took me a $13,000 program in 1 year. And I think the biggest part I learned in the program is the community, the group, the teacher was holding that space. They're telling me that it was okay to trust my intuition. So one of the tools that I use a lot is a pendulum. And so here's a pendulum. Like if you have a pendulum, great. When you start opening up your body, the clearer you are as a vessel, right? Open up all these different chakras. You're in alignment with the energy as above, so below. The energy is channeling in and out of your body. So if you have a pendulum, if you have a necklace, if you have something on a string, when you're first starting out, a copper, gold, or silver wire is a good energy conductor, so it'll channel energy through easier. But if you are further down your journey, you can actually use like this cloth piece and it'll still work. Like energy can funnel through you a lot easier. So here we'll just use one as an example. So this is my Moldavite that I brought to Mount Shasta last year on 88 Lionsgate, and this is an amber necklace, right? So these are two energies. Mount Shasta is root chakra. Amber works with my sacral. So here's the thing. If you have a pendulum, take it out. You can ask your pendulum, show me a yes. So my pendulum will spin to the right, clockwise. Stop it. Ask it again. Show me a no. So it's a no, right? So now that you're tuning into what your higher self is telling you. All right, you got your yes and you got a no. So test it out. Is my name Tammy? Got a yes. All right. And you start asking random questions. Is my shirt black? Got a yes. Is my shirt orange? I got a no. So test it out. And then the next question to ask is, am I a 100% clear and neutral channel connected to source? I got a yes. So now you're going to ask your question, right? Ask it, and if you got a no, here's how you proceed. Higher self and spirit guide, please clear me until I am 100% clear and neutral channel directly connected to source. And so for me, when something is clearing, it spins counterclockwise. So here's the thing. Yours may move differently. Your yes may move counterclockwise. It may move straight. It may move sideways. It's okay because your body has different ways of communicating with you. So test it out first. Show me yes, show me no. Jot down like which direction it moves. Double check to see if you're 100% clear and neutral channel, directly connected to source. If not, ask it to clear until you are. And then, here's a good part. You start asking yes or no questions to help you navigate on what's your one next step. Right? So I'm aware that many of us will be getting downloads upon downloads of, you're getting visions of your purpose, you're getting visions of your path. It's like this grander picture, and it can be overwhelming. Right? How can I get all the way to building this grand business, helping people contribute to the world when I'm right here, right? This vision is so far off that you just feel so resigned, so defeated, like overwhelmed. So how to navigate this is just go with the one next step. What is my one next step? You start asking the question. But first, when you're first starting off, ask yes or no questions. So, with that being said, again, a lot of people are gravitating towards their teacher. So right now is a time for acceleration, growth, opening up your body as a vessel. So chances are, if you hear, there's a message here for you. So I've been called to do clearing sessions, help open up these grids to do clearing sessions. So what you realize is as you're going through the spiritual awakening journey, there are energies in your field that may need higher frequency to help cut cords, right? And what I'm noticing with these moldavite grids, it's opening up this massive force field. And so whatever I'm doing these clearing sessions, I would allow the client, the person, to sync up my field. And so now that we are joined fields, we can call in the guides, call in the ascended masters on this higher realm. Every time I wear moldavite, it is a whole different force field. And so we're going to connect the field, and I navigate through different charts, how to cut cords, how to pinpoint a past life, and help you navigate through what kind of lesson that is being called to heal, what happened in a past life, what cords need to be cut. But this is all channeled through as we sync up fields and as our guides are navigating us through on how to cut these cords and how to heal and help you recalibrate to a new frequency. Right? I really want you to get this, because when last year, I guess about 2 years ago, when I was pulled to my teacher, in the first moment I heard about the $13,000 price tag, it was like, nope, I am not even going to entertain that idea because it is just too expensive. I cannot even afford it. But when she taught us how to trust our intuition, there are different tools, right? But the pendulum one for me is something that's worked really powerfully. The different tools taught me is like, yes, 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 sign up for this course. Yes, yes, yes. And I figured out a way how to do it. So this is your first lesson. If you haven't fully learned how to trust your intuition, learn how to navigate and talk to your spirit guides, here's your first opportunity to how to connect all the pieces with all the different teachers. Because when you start asking, hey, would this, ask the questions. Here you go, ask this. Would it be in my best interest to do a clearing session with Tammy? What does it say, right? But first make sure if you're 100% clear and neutral channel directly connected to source. And when you are, ask the question, would doing a clearing session with Tammy take me to a next level? Help me navigate, is this my one next step? And trust that. So that is how I navigated through my entire program, trusting my intuition. And your intuition is going to pull you towards different teachers, help you recalibrate to their energy. There's different teachers who can bring different tools to help you cut these cords, help you heal, help you bring awareness to where you've been stuck. Otherwise, what I believe is happening, you're going to keep repeating these lessons that's going to be embodied through different people. And until you really learn what happened, what the lesson behind that is really when you can level up into the next stage of your life. So with that being said, I believe the next massive shift is going to be on December 21st, 2021. That is the winter equinox. So if you look back the previous years, when they're talking about this doomsday date, it always tends to fall on December 21st, 2021. Although I do not feel like it's a doomsday, maybe in one timeline it is, I feel like it's a death of an old self, like old version of you. As you're cutting cords, as you're completing this past life, as you're healing different parts of you, right? You're cutting cords, a part of you is dying off. And so this is perhaps the doomsday that everyone's talking about, right? A death of an old. So the next big portal opening is on December 21st, 2021. Right now, I'm getting pulled to do clearing sessions, help people recalibrate, open up these grids, allow them to sync up with my field, do the healing, and teach people how to navigate and trust their intuition. All right, I'm not asking you to trust this, trust that. I really want to train you on how to trust yourself, how to trust your intuition. Our spirit guides, our higher selves are all working with each other on this higher realm, right? And we're all pulling each other together. In this 3D self, we're not sure how to trust, we're not sure how to navigate through this dense energy. So this is really important key for you to learn to trust your intuition again, help you navigate and help you shift out of this old paradigm, this old reality. All right, I hope that makes sense. That's my little update for today. If you feel like, if your intuition is calling you to do a clearing session, sign-ups are in the description below. That's all I have for you guys today. I love you all. Stay safe, stay grounded, and I will talk to you soon. Timmy Do, signing off.